The team at the Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media wants to take the time to thank our sponsors, Bryant Family Medicine and Heather Martinez Realtor. We also want to thank our support staff, Valerie Rutherford, Allison Messer, Larry Spicer, Addison Sloan, John North, Shane Shackford, and last but not least, Keisha Ambergy. With the support of our fine sponsors, our dedicated staff, and you, the members, we are all working on one goal, the promotion of student athletes. With this team, we can't miss.
Hi, I'm Heather Martinez, active community member and your realtor. Give me a call or text 606-344-0217, or you can reach me by email, heather.martinezrealtor@gmail.com.
The Bryant Family Medicine All Sports Media presents Around the Region, the sports talk show. Mark Gregory alongside Ryan Garnett and Edward Hall. And hopefully I can find this little tag bill and get it off the board there. And I found it. It's gone. You be gone. You be gone, graphic. But that is a nice graphic because I made it. Yeah, it's pretty. Ryan brags on it all the time. He said, Mark, that is a nice looking graphic. And I'm like, Ryan, you're right. Yeah, I agree with him. And me and Ryan don't agree much, if anything, but on the graphics we agree with. But Ryan, how's it going?
All right, doing pretty good.
But of course, if you've been watching this show, you know Edward he suffers a little stage fright every now and then, and after he's like that choo-choo tree. I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. And then he gets his bravery, and then he comes on the show. But once he gets his bravery, he'll be on the show. But he's doing okay too. Got a good show lined up for tonight. We got Cammy Step from Corbin and Rachel Howard from Pineville, and cannot wait to get them student athletes on here and talk to them. Let's say one more round. Both of them being seniors, and both of them definitely going to the next level. Very talented student athletes, and it's been a absolute honor to be able to cover them over the years. And I guess I'm making them sound old. Their whole life's ahead of them. Ryan, you're the old one here. I'm in my prime. I'm in my prime.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
Well, see, there's me and Ryan. We're already disagreeing. The only thing we agree with is about my graphics. He says I got some nice graphics, but we disagree on everything else. And while we got a minute, let's go ahead and give a shout out to all the photographers that helps us out. And if it wasn't for them, Ryan, we couldn't put these graphics together. So let's get a shout out to them. Keisha Ambergy, John Eaton, John Dickinson, Scott Powell, Dennis Mills, Tanner Hoskins, Mater's Memories, Chrissy Brassfield, Bob Cornett, Eric Felty Barler, Chassie Saylor, Shanda Whitehead, Scott Bunch, Darrell Lovett, Carrie Mattingly, Paul Coots, Miranda Brock, and Savannah Philpott, Valerie Rutherford, Ryan Garnett, Edward Hall, and the list goes on and on. Who am I missing?
You're missing the Wildflower Fame Photography. Of course, you can't miss Scott Warren. And then all of the ones from out in Western Kentucky, ones that there's too many probably to name.
Absolutely. Edward, have I missed any?
You got Nevaeh Allen. You've got James Fugate from up around the Breathitt County area. And you got Jackson Walters, which is new into helping us out now. And you've also got Hustle Hoops that helps us, sends us pictures. I mean, I can keep going if you want to spend the next hour. I've got a list.
Yeah, we're going to just do a show just thanking our sponsors and thanking our photographers also. And that we need to do a show because attention that we can give them, and go to their pages, go look at their stuff. These are they're all class acts, plus they do masterful work beyond me.
A new one that just gave us permission not too long ago is Case Crowley Visual.
Oh yeah, and Case. What can you say about Case? Case. I hope I'm not embarrassing you, but when I was your age, I didn't even know my name half the time. This guy has got it all together. Master photography, master it. We worked with Case, and we know what he has in media and graphics and just anything. There's a word for it. It's just not media, graphics, and photography. It's just all the stuff that he can put together. It's unreal. Uh, Somebody help me with a word for that. Nobody's going to
Yeah.
help me. Ryan but
I
he's
don't
a very talented. But he's a very talented guy in the field that he does, and also a pretty good athlete in his own too. So, thank you, I mean, not Ryan. Thank you. Well, I will thank you, Ryan, but thank you, Case, also. And Edward, I'm going to harp on you for a second. I sort of pick on you at the beginning of each show, but I want to let the viewers know that when Edward does think that where he's not showing, actually Edward is behind the lines, doing the stuff that helps us out, sharing all these shows, different pages. He's also sending all the links out. All this stuff that I say, Edward, do it, and Edward's like, why didn't you do it, Mark? I'm like, "Eh, Edward, I give you a pound, but Edward ain't gonna say it. He just agrees.
Well,
We're
Mark, I would have
fixing
said
break.
something, but you was like freezing up. You was freezing up like half the time. So I mean,
Well, I'm actually bragging on you for once. You didn't hear a word of
well,
that.
no, but I'll take your
Well,
word for
well,
it.
I said when we start the shows and you're not starting the shows with us, you're doing all the heavy lifting for us back there. You're sharing this show to all of our pages, all of our social media sites, the YouTubes, the Instagrams, the Twitters, the Facebook pages. It's up to where you're sharing this stuff to, and millions. Well, I'm not gonna say millions, but quite. I'm gonna say quite a hunk of people are probably watching these shows, even when it ain't being shown live. It's just there's so many outlets that we're playing this show at. Um, I would like to one day get a total amount of views that we get. Maybe we get Ryan to do that kind of work for us sometime. But thanks to you getting this show out to a lot of people. But I guess we got our first comment. We also, I believe, have our first guest. And somebody I think is saying hi to us from maybe our YouTube page. And I was just talking about that, where you share this stuff everywhere. So, hi back to you, and thank you for watching us tonight. And hopefully, we put on a good show for you. But um, it ain't us. It's these student athletes that do all the work for us. We just get to sit back, enjoy, and watch them. But talking about student athlete, are we ready for our first one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ryan is ready.
Absolutely.
But we're gonna bring on Cam Eastep, and Cam, how's it going?
I think he's muted.
I think he's muted. Edward, you might want to send him. It shows that he's muted.
Oh,
Now he's unmuted, I believe.
there it is.
He can't. He, can you hear us, Cam? Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Cam?
It's like we're having internet issues. This ain't the first. No, this happens, and of course it happens again. Hopefully, I think Edward's trying to send him something, and might be good to try to log back
He
on.
says, uh, He did
I
say
think that
he did message us and tell us he couldn't hear anything.
I think that's what he's trying to do. Edward, did you send him the message? Hopefully, we get Cam back in a second. While we're waiting for him to log back on, it's of course, tomorrow the start of baseball and softball or basketball. I'm old school. I'm gonna say softball. Or we called it fast pitch, or we called it softball.
I call it fast pitch, softball. Kind of call them both.
But while we're waiting for Cam, it's exciting, and the door ain't closed on one season. We still have boys basketball fixing to start up. Uh, Big shout out to North Laurel girls and the season that they had. Uh, Absolutely, and I watched that game. Absolutely played George Rogers Clark about as close as you could have played somebody. And and then guess what the RC went ahead and did? They just went ahead and won the whole thing after North. And folks, call me home biased or whatever, but George Rogers Clark is your best team in the state of Kentucky. North Laurel's your second best, returning every starter on that team other than one, which they are losing an important piece, a very important piece. So again, North Florida should very easily come out being a top five in state, or that's just highway robbery. But big shout out to them. Congratulations on what season they had. They made a lot of people around there very, very proud. We got Cam back on. Hopefully, he hears us. Let's go ahead and bring him back on. Cam, can you hear us now? Can you hear us now?
I thought for a second I could hear something, but I didn't know if that was just me.
Edward, are we having any luck with them?
The joy of technology.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get Cam on. We're really, really excited to get him on and talk to him. Very great guy. Let's talk a little bit about Cam himself and just the career that he's had. And look what Corbin's accomplished, since he's been there. And just he's a big reason why. And one thing about Corbin, yes, they absolutely lost a great one in Kate Elam, but they'll be absolutely back. They just reload. Um, Cam, can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
I
we
can
can
now.
hear
You can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Perfect.
you.
Perfect.
Sorry
about
about the. Sorry about that. What we'll do, we'll blame that on Ryan. So, Ryan, we're docking your check.
Sweet.
Ryan should at least
Sorry,
take you out
Ron.
to eat or something, Cam. He messed you over. What he did. That's Ryan's mistake. But thank you for coming on, Cam. I know it's you got a thing called life in school, and I know the beginning of the baseball season, and I know there's a lot of things going on your planner right now. So we really do appreciate you giving us your time. And just the season hasn't started, but just tell us a little bit about your team. You don't have to give us a scout report, but just thoughts of your team, what you've seen so far. You being a senior, you've been around the block. How you feel about it?
I feel really good. We got some younger kids playing this year. We're gonna be I wouldn't say low on pitching, but more of position players pitching. So there'll be all kinds of different kids all over the field. But we've really focused on hitting. I mean, we've done a lot of inter squad through the season, before the season, like crazy. So we know our bats are there. But just we're looking good, to be honest. That's all I gotta say.
I feel like I'm making you feel old by saying, you've been around the block a few times. You are a senior, and it's been an honor covering you for all these years and stuff like that. But you have did it and done it. Does it still feel the same right now as it did when you was a freshman? Are you getting the butterflies? Beginning of the season stuff.
Honestly, no, not anymore. I'm more of this is probably the only year I've actually just been calm. I feel like all the other years I've been in my head too much, trying to do too
Yeah.
much. But I think this year's definitely settled down a lot, and I'm super calm with the plate right now. I feel really good.
Um, how's the body feel? I know you said you just said you're feeling good. I mean, anybody's not watched 13th Region Sports if they don't know you're pretty good at other things also. So I mean, how's the body feel doing as much as you do per year?
Yeah, I recovered about probably like 3 months ago, so I'm in good shape now. I had a little ankle nip up throughout the season,
Yeah,
but I finally got that figured out, healed up.
absolutely. Ryan and Edward, I could sit here and talk to the cab all night long here, but I'll let you just take over.
Yeah, I mean, kind of going back to last year, making that state tournament or whatever. What's it going to try to take for you and your team to try to get back to that baseball state tournament?
Definitely we're gonna play some small ball this year, I believe. I think we got to keep doing what we're doing. Obviously, nobody plays to just stay the same. We're always trying to get better. Not going to change too much. I think our coach has definitely been a lot more honest. More reps, more everything, just to get the small ball stuff down. I mean, every little thing in baseball matters. So.
I mean, kind of take a look at your schedule. I know I see you got a loaded schedule or whatever. How do you think that schedule is going to try to help out when you get to your three district teams and then that postseason?
It's gonna make us a lot better for sure. Nobody wants a soft baseball schedule. You don't get better from that. You always want to see the best of the best. I mean, that's all our kids want. That's all our coaches want. Our coach ain't gonna make a soft schedule. We want to get better. We want to see the best that everybody has. So, yeah.
And then Mark and Edward knows where I'm going with this because I always ask it. In Corbin, what's your favorite restaurant to eat at? And I know there's a lot of them.
That's a good question. I'd probably say Moe's right now. Moe's. I like Moe's.
Food in general sounds good right now.
I like Moe's. They got a little. They're connected to that gas station too, so you get whatever type of drink, some funky drink, and whatever you want at Moe's. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, the big old stuff. Yeah.
But Edward,
So I got to ask you, what's the difference between playing at like Kentucky Proud Park versus playing at like your home or at or on a away field?
It's just, gosh, it's bigger. It's just like it's just you look all around. It's just all baseball fans. It feels like zoomed out kind of at the moment, but it's awesome to play at Kentucky Proud Park. Like there's nothing better than that for sure. But we got a really beautiful field. Corbin's put a lot of money into our field too. So trying to just keep the nerves still. Try not to think too much. When we were there, trying to just play the game we know how to play.
So, talking about the nerves, when you got up there to Kentucky Proud Park and got to look around, tell me, what was your first thought that went to your head when you first stepped out there?
We've been here before. I've been around it my whole life. Brother, dad, uncle, everybody's played for Kentucky, so it's an honor to be there. I try not to think too much, put too much pressure on myself, but it's just an all around beautiful stadium. It's just an honor to be there. Or it was.
Absolutely. So, Mark was talking a little bit about you being a multi-sport star. So I got to ask you, how does going from one sport to the other, how does that help you?
Well, I really do like football. It gets, you get to knock some nerves out of people, That's kind of how you get your nerves out. Honestly, you get to go hit somebody. So that's always a good thing. But baseball is just the same way, It's pitcher and the batter. You're trying to make the plays. You're trying to be competitive. And it's hard for some people to do that, carry over the same competitiveness. But I think I'm pretty good at that. That's just all I want to do is compete. It is a challenge sometimes because you can't go and knock them out. You got to try and hit a baseball at them, which is 20 times harder. But it's definitely a
Well,
challenge. But love doing it.
not interrupting you, Edward, but when he said that struck something to me. But Deion Sanders years ago, I give him a prime. Uh, they asked him the question, football, baseball, which one was the hardest for him, and his immediate answer was sort of what we did. He said, "Hit that baseball."
Yeah, that's definitely true for sure. Dion's an absolute legend.
So, I've been to many baseball, softball games. I've seen some pitchers that throw, right at about 100 mile an hour, and how you all be able to see that baseball and be able to hit that. First off, I have to give him props because I can't see it once it leaves their hand, so I'm getting struck out or getting hit every time. But for you all to be able to see it, knock it around like you do, that's major props. And I got to ask this to every student athlete that comes on because this is probably my favorite question. Being an athlete at Corbin, tell me what it's like when you're out there either on that football field or out there on that baseball field, knowing that you're wearing the Red Hound jersey. Tell me what it's like.
Gosh, it's a blessing. I grew up around Corbin all my life. My brother played here, sister went here, mom, dad. Corbin's definitely the best around for sure for sports and all that. In class too, Corbin's a challenge to be there. They're not just going to let you go through the motions. They're always going to challenge you. We go by a motto. It's like play for the C, not me. Everybody has a bond in the school too, in the classroom. Teachers, you're going to love the teachers. They're going to help you. You're going to build a relationship with them just like you do on the field with your buddies.
Absolutely. And Mark can quote me if I'm wrong, but we had a guest on previously that said that once a red hound, you're always a red hound, that you're a red hound from basically like, what was it, preschool all the way up. So,
Yeah, little league and
knowing
everything.
that.
Oh, yeah.
But now I got to ask you a little bit about, the schedule that's lined up for you. Coaches normally don't shy away from anybody, and he'll play anybody and everybody he wants to, and wants to come down and play ins or whatever. But I got to ask you, this schedule this year, it's shaped up that you've got a lot of heavy hitters on this schedule. So give me your thoughts about how he shaped your schedule up this season.
We're just, going to take game after game, one at a time. Try not to think about, ahead of schedule. We're going to take game by game. We're excited though, seriously. Coaches, I love that coach, trusts us to build this schedule for us. It's going to be tough, but we're ready to go. We're ready to compete. We're ready to show them that we're going to compete, and it's just a blessing for a coach to trust our kids.
Absolutely. And before I get you back over to Mark, I got to ask you, what is your favorite aspect about baseball?
That's a tough one. Gosh, I don't. That's a good one. There's a lot. You guys got some good questions. I'd just say, like I said, I'm multi-sport athlete. You know, I pick baseball, but just the competitiveness. I love going out there and competing every single day. You know, I try to pick somebody to go one-on-one with, and I'm gonna try and beat them every time I can. But I'd say just
Absolutely.
competitiveness.
Kind of about like me and Mark. You know, we're super competitive. He wished he could beat me in about anything we do, but he don't ever get close. But sometimes I let him think he's getting there.
Yeah, like my big brother, gosh, I never beat him in anything, but it's just awesome to have a big brother to compete with every single day, just about everything you do, literally everything you do. And Kate, my sister too, she's just as mean as my brother too.
But Mark,
I will lead off with something sad. Then we're gonna get a little bit of fun stuff. That's okay. But Cam, I admit, I'm a chronic crier. I can watch old Yeller cry. Uh, and I know you got a long season, and I know what Corbin's goals is. You will be the last team standing, and we already know that. That's your ultimate goal. But when it comes to that last inning, last out, uh, I mean, how are you going to feel? I mean, just when you know that the high school career is over. Huh?
See, like I said, I've been here for as long as I can remember, about 8 years, probably, like just being around because my brother, but my dad coached too. I played 8th grade year, so it's gonna be a lot to look back on, you know. But I'm excited for the future, whatever the future holds for me. You know, I try not to when it happens, you know, I'm gonna be sad and everything, but I'm gonna pick myself back up and keep going. You know, excited for the future.
Absolutely, and on the funner stuff, and uh, I don't know if you had time to watch some of our shows and stuff. We asked some of our guests. We've been doing we've been doing like our own field of 64, but we eliminated the basketball teams. But before we get to that, I've got to ask you. You know, I guess everybody's kept their eye on Selection Sunday too. Do you have a pick right now? Who you think's going to win? Going to win it?
Hopefully, Coach Cal Perry. You know, I'm kind of rooting for him, honestly. Not anything against Kentucky or anything, but
yeah, I am too. You know
what's going on with him for sure.
Yeah, I was rooting for him today. I was glad to see him get one, but
yeah, that was
but we
fun.
but we eliminated our field of 64. We got rid of all the basketball teams. First year we did favorite restaurants. Texas Roadhouse won. Second time we did it, we did favorite sports movies. Remember the Titans won. This year we decided to just go favorite foods. So what we're going to ask from you, if you don't care, we're going to show you some matchup in foods and just tell us which one you like better. And then I believe Edward's probably got some things made up for you.
Awesome.
And Kim, I'm just going to tell you, those are weird matchups.
There'll be some crazy matchups here. You might have hash browns against the green beans or something like that. That's what you might see on here. But yeah.
Yeah, all right. I'm excited.
Lasagna against French toast.
I'll have to take lasagna.
Yeah, I think French toast is in trouble. I like a good lasagna.
Yeah, my mama makes some good lasagna, so I'm gonna have to go with that.
Corn on the cob against pizza.
I'm gonna have to go pizza for sure.
I think corn on the cob might be in trouble with that one.
Not too big on sloppy Joe. I like muffins. I'm gonna have to go with muffins. Can't beat
I like a blueberry muffin. You can't.
Yeah, you can't. You
No,
can't
you can't. I agree with you. Steak against omelets.
Steak, 100%.
He said that quick.
Yeah,
get rid of the omelet.
You can't go wrong with a good steak.
Out of here. Edward's already loving you.
Good.
Listen, he's
like
every weeker now,
steak,
man. He likes steak.
Do you
Love
put like
steak.
A1 on your steak or Heinz, or do you put like your own little?
If a steak's a little dry, I'll put some A1 on there. But if that steak's juicy and good, you don't really need it. But A1's good with it too. I like some A1 every now and then.
See,
I
Edward's
agree. If it's a good steak, you don't need nothing. But if it's a little dry, you got to add some A1 to it.
Absolutely.
So, Cam, we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show. And this is our way of saying thank you for taking your time. And I will send these over to you, and they will also be posted on all of our social media sites. But I got to ask you for a small favor. Out of the two we put together, tell me which one of the two you like the most.
All righty. Sounds good. Yeah, that one's nice. I like that one. That one's sweet. That's tough. I'll probably have to go with the first one. I like the first one.
Oh, Edward's head just got about this big around. He picked steak and picked his graphic both. Yeah, he's Edward has just blew up.
I knew I liked Cam for a reason. He likes a good steak. He likes the OG graphic. I mean, he likes to go out and knock a few nerves out of people. So I mean, you can't go wrong.
Well, I'm not trying to tell him bad, but he could take it out on the catcher one time.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what happens.
Cam. If he hits somebody, that catcher's going to know he's been hit. I can guarantee it. But,
he definitely is.
Yeah, if Cam's come to me, I'm like, throw the ball down, like, go. No, no way.
Yeah.
Exactly. But Cam, I do want to appreciate you for taking your time to come on, and everything I've got to see, the times I've got to cover you. You've always been great. Looking forward to seeing what you and your team does this season, and I'm looking forward to the chance to get out to cover you this season.
I appreciate you for letting me on here. I'm sorry about the technical difficulties.
Blame that on Ryan. That's Ryan's fault.
Yeah, that's all right.
Not trying to throw you under the bus, Ryan. My bad.
Yeah. We won't throw you under the bus, Ryan. But it wasn't your fault.
Appreciate it, guys.
We won't throw you under the bus, but we'll put your toe under the tire.
Yeah.
Ryan, you have anything for him?
Hey, Cam, I just want to say best of luck to the season and best of luck to you and your team.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Cam, it's been an honor. It's been an honor to have covered all these years. I'm not making you have an old fella because you're still in your prime, and you definitely got the next step waiting for sure. Cover you all over these years. I wish you personally the best of luck. Us, a very humble young man. You're a team first. Want to wish you personally the best of luck in whatever throws at you and stuff like that, whatever choices you make. And also, we want to wish your team the best of luck. And it's been an honor covering you.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you for everything.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
That's a good interview. But we do that. Life goes by too fast. One senior, okay? And we see what Kevin's did, and he's grown up, and becoming the young man he is right now. Now, it's another one. Here we go again. Another senior. And I don't know. I'm telling you, I'm gonna start crying here. I'm a crier. These two athletes are much tougher than me. I mean, I watch on yellow. I'm crying, and they're like, when it comes, it comes. They're always tough. Maybe each will be like a chronic crier with me. So I'll finally have somebody to tell me that they're a crier. But let's go ahead and break her on another just very special student athlete, and you're talking about this, honor. But
Hi.
hi, Rachel. I guess you probably heard me rambling on about crying and all that other stuff. Are you? If you watch like a really sad movie, do you cry or do you just like, they should have got him?
I'm not much of a crier on things, so I don't know. I like laugh. I don't know. I'm a
I'm the only
laugher.
crier. You know, when Old Yeller died, everyone just right there. Yeah. So I'm sitting there, tears everywhere, making fun of me. So yeah. But Rachel, we want to thank you for coming on, and again, uh, not gonna call you an old person, but I've been covering you for a while now, and I can remember. There's a little history there, I believe. Uh, maybe, Rach, maybe you could quote me if I'm wrong or right, but when a long time ago we started these baseball and softball shows, I believe you was the first guest.
Oh
I
man.
would have to check my history. I mean, you was much younger then,
Yeah, I've
doing
been playing a
things
long time.
yeah. But I'm not calling you old or anything. I'm not calling you old. No, you
Nah,
got
you're
your whole future
good.
ahead. Old as Edward. I'm in my prime. Ryan's in his prime. Edward's old. Maybe Coach Daniels. He's pretty old too, but that's for another day. But just I know season hasn't started. I believe season starts for you on Tuesday. I believe. Just what have you seen so far in your team? And of course, you've did this and done this for a while, so you don't have to give us a scout report. Just what have you seen so far?
um, I think we're definitely like more a stronger team on the fielding side than the hitting side, but we're going both. We're solid. But I think our school's so small, we're just like a really close team, and we all love each other. So I guess the friendships, less teamwork. I don't know. Teamwork's our main thing.
Um, Again, I think I know you well enough to know how humble you are and know that you always put your team first. But
Yeah.
I've got to ask you this question, and you're approaching a very big milestone, a very reachable milestone. If you get that, how are you going to feel? And I guess the milestone that you're getting really, really close to.
Um, I mean, I'll be happy. It's obviously a big deal, and I'll be happy.
Well, I'll be like I would probably be more excited to. I know you'd be all business. Let's go back to work. But I'd be like, I'll be jumping up and down. I'll be happy enough for both of us. And I believe that you're approaching being the all time in the state of Kentucky in strikeouts, right?
Yes.
Am I right? Folks, the viewers, did you just hear that? Uh, is it okay if I say a small town girl? Would that be okay? A small
Yeah.
town girl accomplishing the stuff that she has. Number two, approaching that record. Number two, all time in the state of Kentucky. You know, Williamsburg, the town I live in, is a small town. I think Powell might be smaller than my town. I think they're probably pretty close.
It's
But
definitely small.
but playing, and I'm sure that again, Rachel's a very very humble young lady. You got to look, folks, and this is for the viewers. The Bible play schools are playing schools mainly bigger than them, so she's going against competition and going against, I'd say, schools are larger with more students. It's always just, and Bible has built their foundation up to where it needs to be at, but she's playing bigger schools and this super competition, night in, night out, and being able to do that. And you being as a senior, I guess we're allowed to blow you. I know you're all about team, but for the underclassmen coming behind you, uh, what do you have to say to them if they want to follow in your footsteps?
Definitely, it's not just in like practice. Um, some people just try to go out there and be like, "Oh, I can just do it," but you can't. You have to do it on your own. And also, like some people, like they'll softball's really mental, and just because like, oh, you might give up like a triple, but you just got like get over it. Because if you're down on yourself, then you're not gonna be able to do anything, even on like the next pitch or something.
But Ryan and Edward, this is your area, and I know you've got a blue million questions, so I know you're biting at the chance, so here's your chance. Or I ask her 1,000 more questions, and we keep her for 4 days, and she just say, I'm not answering no more.
But looking at your schedule, how is Coach Daniels shaping your schedule to be able to compete for that 13th region title?
Anytime you have like a tougher schedule, and we are a really small school and we play big schools, it definitely helps you going into like district and region. Because if you just play like a really easy schedule, then you go to region. Like basically, if we just played 1A schools and then we go to region and then we play 5As, like you're not gonna be used to it, and it's gonna be like a shock to you. Like, oh, these teams are better. So just like playing them throughout the season will just make you better, and like seeing the different type of pitches and what like better batters can do, and being ready to just field, it just helps you. And Coach Bobby D is always like, we're not scaring nobody because we are a small school. So I think that's like a big thing. Not be scaring nobody, no matter how big they are.
And that's leading me kind of into my next question. What's it like
Playing the big schools?
It's like playing for them like as a general.
It's definitely different because some schools like their middle schools, like their middle schools have more people than our whole high school, and I don't think like people realize how small our school is and how much harder it is for small schools to play with the big schools. So like when we do beat a big school, it's kind of like a big deal. So
My last, my last question. I know Carnival Middle Forest has a variety of kind of restaurants, but what's your favorite restaurant to eat at?
I don't know if it's a restaurant, but I like Domino's. I've been eating there a lot.
You can't go wrong with Domino's pizza.
I like their Philly cheesesteak hoagies. You like them?
Where's that
I've never
at?
had one.
At Domino's, you get the hoagies.
No, I don't get that. I just get a pizza and a brookie. They have good brookies.
So you have pepperoni or a sausage or a.
I'm pepperoni girl.
Edward.
So, I've got to cover you for, quite a few seasons now.
We're making her feel
And I've got
old.
to
I'm
see
sure.
you
Covered
grow
for all
this
these
off
years.
season to get yourself ready for this season.
I'm sorry, I did not hear that. Wait, what?
I said, what did you do this off season to get yourself prepared for this season?
Just a lot of like just working on spins. Cause like no matter how hard you throw, like you can throw, like someone can throw harder than you, but it's really what makes it hard for a batter is how much you can spin the ball. So some people think it's like all speed. It's not. It's how much spin you have on the ball. Cause it's so easy. Batters can time up speed so easy, but it's so hard to hit a ball that's spinning. So you can throw 5 miles per hour slower to somebody, but the spin on the ball, some person that's slower with the spin, they'll be able to strike you out better. So it's really just spin. You always want to work on your spin. So I've been working on spin.
So, I know the season starts for you basically on the 17th. So I got to ask you, are you ready for softball season to start up?
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
So looking at the schedule that the coaches has put together for you, is there a certain game that you're looking at that you're more ready to play than any of the rest of them?
Um, Oh, I don't know. Millsboro always has a good softball team. They're always a good team, and I just love playing them in anything because it's our rival school, and that game always has the most people, no matter if it's like football, girls or boys basketball, because you're playing against people you know, and it's just fun to play them, and they're a good team, so and they're fun to play.
So I have been to several Pineville Middlesboro games in basically every sport. So I got to ask you, what's it like being an athlete playing in that game?
Oh, it's great on both sides because like I don't know, it means more even because like both schools are pretty small and like our parents played against each other, so it's just fun and it's fun to play against people you know and see people you know in the stands on both sides and just talk to them after the games. So it's just fun.
So I'm sure I've probably asked you this question like 1,000 times now, but who pushes you the hardest?
Probably Coach Bobby D. He is a really good motivator and he'll tell you, you need to pick it up sometimes. And that's in anything. He coaches like boys basketball. He coaches almost every sport, so he knows how to like motivate you.
So speaking of Coach Bobby D, what's it like playing for him?
Um, I played for him since I was younger, and he's like he knows how to talk to you and just knows how to like pick you up and make you play harder.
So before I get you over to Mark, I got to ask you, what is your favorite aspect about softball?
Just being with my friends and just playing. And at the end of the day, it's just a game and just winning, I guess. I mean, no one likes to lose. So I guess winning and being with my friends.
Absolutely, but Mark,
Uh, being your senior year and stuff like that. Yeah, I go back to I'm a chronic crier, but and we know what your team's ultimate goal is. You want to be a legacy, you want to be last team standing. Um, it, Whenever the last game, the last inning, the last out is winding down, how are you going to feel?
I've kind of already been through it in basketball, and all good things come to an end. You just gotta move on at the end of the day. Hey, Lala. My sister Becky just right in here.
but that's well said. So I got the sad out of the way.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you something fun to do for us, and then we're going to ask, see if we can get you to do some voting for us. And then I think Edwards has something to show you, if that's okay. And then we'll let you go, I promise.
Okay.
Okay, you being a senior, I'm sure you know your team really, really well. So I'm going to ask you three really, really hard hitting questions about them. So hopefully you're able to get through it. Ryan can't go through these; he snaps. But if you're okay, can I ask you the three hard hitting questions?
Yeah.
Okay. This is just team only. You're in a 15 passenger van. Okay. No coaches, no parents, no teachers, no anything. The van tears up. Who on your team's going to go out there and fix it?
Probably Monica Whitehead. She knows how to like do weird things.
So she take the sockets and the screwdrivers, go out there and fix the van.
Yeah, that's
Would,
it.
would,
I'd
he,
ask.
would anybody go out there and help her? Or would they just say, "Go get it, Monica"?
I mean, I try to help her, but I mean, I don't know if I could.
Well, everybody needs a hammy person. Hammy this, hammy hold the light. So at least you'd be helping.
Yeah.
Okay, Monica fixes the van. The Indians are running out of gas. Is go to a gas station. Who is paying for the fuel?
Um, Mally, she always gives people money when they need it. She's nice.
Well, tell Mally I could always use a few bucks. If she's
Yeah.
willing to hand it out. Ryan, he don't ever give you no money. But last you're doing great. You failed 2 out of 3, so hopefully we get you past the third one. Now you have to decide to go to a teammate's house. And you just want to Netflix and chill. And but you can't do DoorDash or delivery or anything like that. Who's cooking supper for you?
Um, shoot, I don't know. Probably Isabella Adams. Well, no,
Hey,
I'd say probably JC Caldwell.
okay. So why do you think she'd fix you?
Anytime you need a snack, she'll like get you one. I like the cheer locker room during school. So, I mean, I feel like she could cook.
Okay, so I guess you know what today was. There's this thing called Selection Sunday. So before we start on their brackets, are there any certain team you think might win it all this year, or any certain team you might be picking?
Are you talking about basketball?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Kentucky because I'm a Kentucky girl. So
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
No. Everyone's gonna say Duke, Duke. Yeah.
I don't
Well,
like
no,
Duke.
I'm gonna say Duke. I'm gonna say Duke's got a bracket of death to try to make it out of.
Rachel, would you try to educate him? He lives in Kentucky.
and he's a
Yeah,
big fan.
you can't live in Kentucky and like Duke. It don't add up. It's not. Mm-mm.
You heard it from
Well,
her. You gonna
technically,
argue
I'm right
with
on
her?
the. Technically, I'm on the Kentucky, Tennessee, Virginia border. So
At least you're not
Feel free to
Tennessee.
blast him if you need to, Rachel. Feel free.
At least he
load
didn't
up.
say
I
Tennessee.
can't be a Tennessee fan.
See what we have to go through with Edward. And he's also a Ohio State fan. He's also a Georgia fan. He can't make up his mind what he wants.
Whoever's winning.
Yeah, he's a bandwagon.
No,
But
not quite. I ain't no New England
but
fan, so we good there.
but you might have been involved in some of these. I know you've been on their show a few times and this and that. I don't know if you have or not. But we did our own little bracket a couple of years ago. We tossed off all the college basketball teams, and we said, well, we're going to put our favorite restaurants in there. Texas Roadhouse won their national championship. Last year, we said sports movies. Remember, the Titans won their sports movies championship. This year, we really went off the deep end. Edwards run us crazy. We said favorite foods. So what we're going to ask you to do is vote on some food matchups, and some of these will get really, really crazy. You might get corn versus pinto bean. It's up to what you might get as far as food, but ask you to vote on one, and then after that, I think Edward has a few things for you.
Okay.
Lasagna versus French toast.
French toast.
So you put her and all that on it.
What?
So you put the syrup and butter and all that stuff on
pizza.
it. He answered that real quick. Pizza. I think Coral Cobb's in trouble.
Muffins.
So what kind of muffins do you like, Rachel?
Blueberry.
I like blueberry.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. Steak.
I think omelets is in trouble. And, Edward just sitting there smiling from ear to ear. Another person picks steak. But Edward, the floor is yours.
So, Rachel, we do tend to put together a couple graphics for each student athlete that comes on our show. This is our way of saying thank you for taking your time, and I will get these sent over to you. But I do want to ask you, out of the two that we've made, tell me which one of the two you like the most.
Oh, that one's cute. I like that one. I'm going to go with the first one.
See, you can't go wrong. She likes a good steak and the OG graphic. But
Edward's
Rachel,
head's going to blow up tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hey, 2 for 2. 2 for 2. But Rachel, I do personally want to thank you for taking the time. And it's been an honor and privilege to be able to cover you. And I'm looking forward to getting out to cover you and your team this season. And I want to wish you and your team the best of luck.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ryan?
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off what Edward said. Best of luck to you and your team this season, and just go out there and go get it.
Thank you.
We got a comment in here, and let's see. It's from Spencer. Good luck this season, Rachel. Can wait to see all the great athletes you host this year. Good luck, Ryan, Mark, and Edward. But
Thank you.
yeah. But thank you, Spencer, and can't wait to get up there and cover your team also. But Rachel, I will just say what Edward said. I won't say word. Yeah, I mean he nailed it. Good luck to you personally. I believe you've already committed, made your choice for the next level, and hopefully one day we could get down there and be able to watch you and watch you just keep growing and sky's the limit for you. You're just not only a gifted student athlete, you're also a very humble young lady, and we have always covered you. We love your family, and you've just always been so good to us. Your family's always been so good to us. We cannot give all you enough praise, and just again, thank you for what you have did for us over the years, and thank you for letting us be a fan. And I'm telling you, when your days end at Piebald, you're going to leave a legacy that a lot of people for many, many years are going to be looking to. They're going to say, oh, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, they're going to say, do you remember when she pitched there? That's the type of legacy you're going to leave, and you're going to make a lot of young girls want to try to follow your footsteps. So for that, thank you for what you did to the sport. Thank you for what you did for us, and keep up the good work. So good luck to your team.
Thank you. Have a nice night.
You. How can you start? How can we top this, folks? I mean, launched our baseball, softball specials. Cammy sent Rachel Howard. Hey, is that? I mean, what a show! And just two really really great people, great families too. Love them all, and the communities love them. They're supported, and Spencer, Spencer is I'm not gonna let the cat out of the bag, but I'm telling you, yep. There's some very gifted athletes. Yeah, very gifted athletes in a certain location. I'm not gonna let the cat the proof of being the pudding this year, but can't wait to go and watch that team. But that being said, before we go to our voting on foods, let's shift gears for just a second. Let's go back to basketball. Okay. I just feel the need we have to since it's Selection Sunday. North Laurel did what North Laurel did. And I got the North Laurel boys coming up, Wednesday, Thursday, one to other.
Let me. I will find my bracket. What if I did with it here that has the
Folks, as I said earlier, GRC wins the state championship. Congratulations, George Rogers Clark. I think it's the first in their school history. So congratulations to them. But now that being said, I watched every minute of that North Laurel George Rogers Clark game. And if George Rogers Clark wins a state title, then North Laurel should be a top 5 in the state preseason next year. If not, it's highway robbery, folks. That team is loaded, and they're going to bring back a lot of good players. They're losing a great one. But I'm telling you, just North Laurel, just like a lot of these schools around this area, it's not a rebuild, it's a reload. They're well coached, uh, big school. Folks, watch out for them again next year. But watch out again for a lot of teams next year in the 13th region. And the competition is unreal. But again, congratulations to the North Laurel girl. Congratulations to the North Laurel boys. And again, I think they got Warren Central. I've not had time to look at it yet.
they play Warren Central on Wednesday afternoon. I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. My bracket does not have the times. How to put the teams.
It's going to be a tough one, but I'm telling you, North Laurel will come and play. They've been there and done it, and they ain't going to be shied away from the big lights or anything. They'll come to play, and they'll give it their all. They'll make a lot of people around here proud. Now, in the other tournament that on Selection Sunday, folks, I don't talk about Kentucky much here because this is supposed to be a high school show. If you ever did a Kentucky show, I could talk about this for 3 days. I'm not going to say you heard it here first. I'm not saying, Kentucky's going to win a championship. But it is lined up. The moon, the stars, the skies, all of this is directly lined up for them. Now, did they grab the cat and take it, the bull by the horns? Did they grab it and run with it? Or do we see a repeat of last year where Tennessee gets them in the Sweet 16 or a number 2 seed, which will probably be favored over Kentucky, beat them in the second round? What Kentucky team? If we see this Kentucky team that played in the SEC tournament, they'll win that region. Then a possible rematch against Florida, and they should have all the motivation in the world to win that game. And then on the other side of the team, if Duke can even survive the East region, then they're probably staring at maybe a number 1 overall in Arizona. So what kind of gas and what kind of anything would the other team from the other side have? I'm just saying, folks, weirder things has happened. UConn's won championships as a 7 seed. It can happen. Don't give up yet. So before we go on their voting, Ryan or Edward, do you have anything at all to say about the Selection Sunday before we go on?
I think me just looking at it as a whole, I think this is going to be a fun tournament, and that's the way I like it.
Ever just give us the head bob. So whatever it means by yep. Or it might mean nope. It's just according to how you want to take it. He might like, yep. But you know, it, the heart's racing, the blood pressure. But I like the bracket. I like how that thing is set up for Kentucky. Yes, you overlook one team, you're gone. Santa Clara can beat Kentucky. Iowa State can beat Kentucky. They're a higher seed. They're supposed to beat Kentucky. Possible rematch with Tennessee. Yes, we beat them twice. Here we go with that. Can you beat a good team 3 times? It happened to us last year. But that's again motivation for Kentucky. And then you're looking at a Michigan team that just got warped by Purdue. And if we all remember, we know what Kentucky did to Purdue in the exhibition game. I'm telling you, this could absolutely. But Kentucky's got to bring it. They can't fall down by 20 points in the first half and expect to come back. I mean, I'm just saying, folks. There's a window of opportunity there, and I know a lot of people like no, not a chance. They are a window. It can't happen, Ryan. Am I right? It can't happen. Somebody agree with me.
I mean, if you fall one bad game, you'll be going to the house.
Yeah, no, but that's any game in the NCAA tournament. Takes that one shining moment. That we need that theme song. Yeah. But now I guess let's just want to say anything else about our girls or our boys. Should say I guess vote.
Had to cough still a minute.
I like the main lasagna, some breadsticks. I gotta go lasagna here.
French toast.
Yeah. I went with lasagna as well.
Pizza.
This is just a bad match. Pizza has a bunch of 7-footers. Corn on the cob don't have nobody over 6'4". It's just a bad matchup for corn on the cob. All thing you do, corn, salt, and butter on it. You can do pizza so many different ways. It's pizza just a tackle for too many directions. Pizza landslide on this. Ryan, you didn't vote on yours.
I said pizza as well.
I know where Edward's going with this because he's going to say something.
I'm going sloppy Joe.
I figured he'd start talking about sloppy Joe dogs. The sloppy dogs.
There's so many different. Just remember, there's only so many things you can do with muffins, but the world is endless with sloppy joes.
You can do blueberry muffin, strawberry muffin, chocolate muffin. Yeah, I gotta go muffins on this. I like muffins for breakfast. Ryan, we didn't hear your vote.
I went with sloppy joes, and I'll let the cat out of the bag on that one in this minute.
Going
I know where everyone's going here. I'm actually going to go almond.
No debate.
I know almond's going to get run out of the building, but I might be their only voter. But I like a good omelet with some ham and cheese and some onions. And I ate omelet this morning. I like omelet.
But I do got the votes right in front of me. The first one, lasagna won 7-3.
Oh, why do you vote on the steak and omelet? Who won the first one?
Lasagna 7-3.
What'd you vote on between steak and omelet?
See, on the steak and the omelet, steak won 8-2.
Oh.
And then on the pizza,
Ryan ain't gonna tell us his vote.
Yeah, I already said it. I thought I already said it. I said steak.
No. Oh.
And then pizza won 8-2 as well. And then debate the tiebreaker for next is gonna have to wait till next week. Muffins and sloppy joes tied at 5.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah,
one's gonna have
Kentucky's the number 7. Muffins the number 7. It's going to happen. This is proof in the pudding, folks. Muffins is hanging the heavyweight sloppy joes. See, look at Edward. PTA board of trustees here. He ain't gonna go for this. He's not gonna go for it. And yeah. See, they're already rioting outside. The sloppy joes people, they're not gonna put up. The Muffins, yeah. Muffins said, "I got you, Mammoth, whatever, Mammoth." Muffins don't like it sloppy. Something's getting fried right now. I can tell you that right now. Grease. Somebody throws some muffins in the grease. But but that being said, a good show, good guests, good views. Again, thank you to the viewers that give us your time, your sponsors, photographers. Just thank you to everybody. But that being said, we're coming to that time of day where it's time to final thoughts. What you might think you might be doing. Just anything off the top of your head. Just shout out to anything. Ryan or Edward, the floor is yours.
Not that we'll be doing anything during the week due to work, but I will on Saturday. I will be up at Bell High. Bell High's baseball team plays Bria Saturday evening, so I'm gonna be going up there. And I don't really have a quote, so I'm gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna congratulate on GRC on winning the girls basketball state championship, and also good luck to all of the teams in the boys state tournament starting on Wednesday.
Edward.
So you don't know where, I don't know where I'll be at, but I'll be somewhere over the rainbow possibly. But I'm gonna leave you with this. Whenever you get into a tough situation, you can think of growing up and you'll say this situation won't be the worst one I've ever been into. Billy Wagner.
That's pretty good. That is real good. And Billy Wagner's one that you've not heard a whole lot of quotes from here on this show. So yeah, that's a good one. That's definitely reaching out. But I don't have a quote either. I'm just going to piggyback on what I've been piggybacking on the last few weeks because it hangs heavy on my heart. Just prayers out to all of our heroes, and hopefully we can get through this. I'm not going to say a war, military gate, whatever you want to call it. This issue that we're having in the Middle East, and hopefully we can get through it and as safely as possible. And heard some awful news out of, I think, maybe a group out of Ohio that was a refueling jet that had somehow crashed, and just tragic stuff that you hear in news like that. And our heroes are so brave, and folks, most people run from that. They're running to it. So all the prayers to the families, all the prayers to the loved ones, all the prayers for a great nation that we get through this, and just remember, let's set aside politics. Doesn't matter if you're a Democrat, you're a Republican. We should be 100% behind this military as they are risking their lives for us. And prayers out to them, and prayers out to the ones that have lost loved ones already because of this. And we'll get through this as a country. We always have. But that being said, from all of us at the Bryant Family Medicine Sports Media, good night and God bless.